table or my chair? That's more.
You can move around whatever you want. I don't know. I'm just doing another show in here.
Right.
I'll move it and then stop because Wolf's doing the camera.
Right.
God, I really feel unprepared.
It's fine.
It'll be fine, but
Yeah. All right. I'm leading off with POC, People of Canal. Just going to talk about the stretch.
the stretch.
Yeah.
Guys, give me a quick 2 mics.
Check 1, 2.
Mic check 1, 2. Like this.
What?
Smile. That's why I flossed. Other side.
Eat anything?
Looking good. One trend of hair
I
here.
don't know what to do with myself.
It's fine.
I have to lean like this. I can't lean back.
Okay. You good?
It's like this. I mean,
All right, y'all. Whenever you are ready.
okay.
All right.
I don't care. I'm too frazzled today.
It's fine. It's Monday.
It's Monday. I am sleep deprived and have 1 brain cell.
A bit of a Sunday fun day yesterday.
Yeah, but like our daughter has been going through a sleep regression for 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Screams bloody murder. It's pretty jarring.
And keeps the whole household up.
Yes.
Harry's been sleeping on the floor in her room.
On a futon. Rested in a futon.
My 3-year-old has been sleeping in the bed with me,
He crawls.
kicking the shit out of me.
Yep.
And, you know, running a business and then coming to do a podcast, which is great. But I'm like, this is the least prepared we've been for one of our shows. I think not that we've ever really pre-produced anything, but this one's like, you know.
I'll give you, and I'll give our listeners a sports analogy. Not a lot of Americans are huge soccer fans, but obviously a growing sport and growing in viewership, and obviously youth participation's through the roof and has been for years. That being said, soccer's a fluid game. You play 2 45-minute halves unless there's, of course, some kind of competition where you have overtime. But basically, a manager, as they're properly called, not a coach, selects his starting 11, whistle blows, the game begins, and you can install tactics all you want, but as Mike Tyson once,
Yeah, but like that's
that's like how we run our podcast. We like
no, but they're like
five
professional people who practice all week long and then like
Okay, so we're a struggling soccer team, fighting to stay in the Premier League and not get relegated.
a friend that was over yesterday asked like, "Oh, do you guys like practice your conversations?" I'm like, "We have no time.
No,
We don't talk to each other. We physically are in the same room a lot
yes,
of time during the week, but like having the opportunity to have an actual conversation is
yes,
pretty rare."
Yeah, another sports reference. It's just communicating the team defense with our kids and who is in the room. If both of us need to be in the room, if one of us has to leave the room. So yeah, it's a constant.
I also like have a family business that I'm running. And anyway, yeah,
it's chaos.
we walked here as we always love to do if we can, if we have enough time. It's perfect out. It's like
A+ weather.
Perfect weather.
September
The
best.
sunset was unbelievable.
Mhm.
You know, we did a took a different flight path this time, actually. Harry was amenable to walking a little bit of a different route.
We made the perfect right turn. And we stayed on the south side of Canal Street, which is going to be this stretch of land is going to be our people of Canal Street for tonight. So we normally walk on the north side of Canal Street. This is very much, if you know New York City, because the WTF Studios is, of course, on the north side of Canal, or now you know. But this time we stayed on the south side. It's almost impossible to describe accurately the situation on Canal and Church unless you walk by it. And I'm guessing a lot of people avoid it. Let's start with one. There's been a 30-yard dumpster that's been filled to the brim for 4 or 5 years. I don't know if it's ever been so. Secondly, there's at least 40 dudes outside the Canal Street smoke shop. I think that's what it's called, idling around. No idea what's going on. They have jars full of what would be ostensibly weed.
Well, they're selling their handbags.
They're selling their
fake
handbags.
Things, jewelry.
Yes.
But today I never noticed the weed before. I don't know. I usually, because I'm not usually looking around, I'm just like trying to bolt through.
The weed jar on the
insanity.
6-foot table is a thing. It's a thing by Times Square. It's a thing by Washington Square Park. I've
noticed in Times Square.
I've seen it before. So, all right. You're
there
obviously
were pre-rolled joints in there too. He had a little.
What's good? It can't be weed. So this is how I'm going to expand upon this. What is the arrangement between one, the guys that are posting up, selling whatever they're selling? Let's specifically talk about the weed, and then we can even the handbags, the watches, all of this. What is the arrangement between the shop owners whose businesses are being affected, the guys that are selling the potential contraband?
There's no competing shops though.
There is none. It's a blighted street.
No one's like, no one in the retail like space is selling fake handbags or real ones for that.
No. You'd have to go on Broadway and go to
go to Bloom, Soho.
Yes.
Spring Street, Mercer, whatever.
All right, but I'm just talking about a store owner that has a shop that is affected by the stretch of the fake bag stretch and the weed stretch. So okay, you've got the guys, the store owners, NYPD, and Department of Sanitation. So what is the overarching agreement, how this doesn't get busted up? Because these guys are doing their thing.
Tolerated.
It's totally tolerated. And I would think, given the law enforcement climate increasingly in this country, they'd be a little bit more, I don't know, it'd be a little bit more like sketchy. And it's not. These guys are just there. And they don't seem afraid at all about repercussions. So is there an ongoing dialogue? I got to talk to our cop friends about this. What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to narc on them at all. It's amazing.
I mean, I don't think you need to narc on.
I don't.
There.
No,
it's pretty obvious on a very travel.
And I'm not shaking my fist. I'm not saying in my day, none of this. It is staggering.
I'm not going to pretend to know. I've been thinking about this because I'm not going to pretend to be a, international political expert, but I mentioned this when we first started ranting about the handbags. Like, this was the Chinese racket when we were teenagers and young adults. And I don't know much, but I know that China imposes its will on Africa in a bad way.
Yes.
And now it's an African racket. So what is there a triangle trade, like a new world triangle trade, horrible thing going on here with China, Africa, and the handbag?
Counterfeit goods, yes. And is this coming?
Anyway, if someone out there knows that, let me know, because I'm just curious.
I am going to dig for answers with our cop friends. I won't name names, but there's a real complicity across the board that I actually find very unique in New York City. I mean, who knows? You're getting the money churning. Tourists are always there buying stuff. So you get their money.
I actually looked at a bag.
Got some euros in the system, reserve currency.
I didn't look at it, but I paid more attention to what they look like
they're fine
because it wasn't that crowded. No, they're not. Well, maybe my
I would not.
I'm not into that.
I would not be able to tell. I would not be able to tell.
I'm not into the real ones, so
right. I wouldn't be able to tell a real one from a fake one unless LVMH was spelled inverted and there was an anagram of the letters. Otherwise, I have no clue. People of Canal Street, shout outs to Church and Canal Street crew.
Yeah.
You guys are running the show.
Yes.
Maybe I'll buy your K2. No, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Very curious what it is, but also not doing any of that. And then we saw, a couple fighting within that stretch. So verbally fighting. No.
And then like overheard another like two locals going, and he went to Penn for international relations or something like
Yes,
that.
right. It was a real juxtaposition. Yes, we traveled 250 feet east, and someone's talking about going to the University of Pennsylvania where our president went to school for international relations. Meanwhile, 250 feet behind us, we have
Anyway,
the encampment.
okay, we covered Canal.
We have those are our winners this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since last week, it's been brought to my attention that my son's our parent friends from his school now know we have a podcast.
Yes.
So any pretense we might have had going on with our little preschool contingent is no more.
Yes.
Not that we had a pretense going on, but like this is assuming they're going to listen to this.
I told them I would curse less. I don't want them to be scared of me.
I can't make that promise.
Okay.
But
I'll curse like 20.
maybe try.
Yeah. It's just that.
I mean, I maybe should try at home. That's probably more important, where like our children can hear it versus like a podcast that like adults might or may not listen.
May or may not listen. Yes.
So that, and I've been doing some like quote unquote research on, what goes on after 10 p.m. since that's when I usually go to sleep. Last week after the recording, we went to Smith and Mills. It was beautiful out, and sat at the bar because that's what we love to do. And I was obviously chatting up the bartender, and I'm like, "What places are like?" I feel like when I lived here in Tribeca in my early 20s, like there were a lot of places open till 4 a.m. Like I lived on Reed Street. If anyone out there remembers, like Ward 3 was obviously like, an industry. Beloved industry bar, as well as like, a regular 4 a.m. spot.
Do you remember Salzone? We never went, but Salzone was always popular.
Yeah, there are still bars in Tribeca that are open till 4 a.m. Because I was like, oh, where'd all the industry people go? Whatever. Nancy's Whiskey Pub, which is great. Macau, which is obviously like young Sini, but that's been going strong for 20 years. Like employees only in Macau been going strong for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Which is great. Then like there's stuff in the Roxy Hotel, which I forgot about. The last time I really went out in the Roxy Hotel was at that like Paul's, what is it called? Paul's,
Whatever the
I think.
basement is. Yes.
Basement Club.
Bouncer wanted
I was like
$1,000 from me.
3 weeks postpartum with Nealon, my son, and like pretending that I didn't just have a kid, kind of like in that like denial phase that my life didn't really just change like crazy. And two of our closest friends came over to meet the baby and go out. We still had like a night nurse at the time. And I was like, all right, let's go. And we went out for dinner, drinking, obviously. And then I'm like, I want to go to this Paul's whatever club. Like I've heard about it, but I've never been inside, like been to the Roxy Bar a million times. This is when we lived right on White Street in Church. And we were out with another couple, and myself and the woman of the other couple got into the bar. Well, we all tried to go like walk in, and it was funny. This sort of relates to what I was ranting about last week about like members only. Like this is old school, right? Like the guy at the door, two blonde girls, you get in. Your husbands that are with you, you don't get in unless you pay $1,000.
$1,000.
So
it was $1,000 ass.
So Harry and the other guy like stayed out and smoked a cigar, and I went in and I just to see what it was like. Myself and like my girlfriend went in and had a drink. I was like, I don't get it, but cool, good for them. But again, I don't get like I was never like big into door people club scenes, even when I was going out regularly. But that was funny. I think that place is open pretty late.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story long, there are a lot of places still, even in quietish Tribeca, which is like obviously a lot of families that still are open till 4 a.m., which is happy for me.
It's great.
But I think you really have to go to the East Village, Lower East Side.
Yeah. And
if you want that like wild energy, that real youthful insanity nightlife.
I feel like the West Side, when we were in high school, first of all, teen nights were such a thing. tea nights were such a thing.
Tea night.
Yes.
Oh my
Sorry.
God. I haven't thought about a tea night. Did you go to tea night?
I didn't. My buddies
I
did.
did.
I didn't. I was such a,
At like Limelight?
I was like such a tightwad.
Oh my God.
Until I was
Tea nights at Limelight?
until end of junior year, I was a tightwad, and then it all came undone rapidly. But and I remember all these clubs.
Oh my God.
All these clubs had a real name for themselves. The Tunnel, huge attachment to hip hop. Limelight, which is in like a decommissioned church, which has now been made into
now it's like a
weird
boutique
retail.
shops. Sad.
You know, marquee bars. I'm gonna forget. Clubs I'm gonna forget about. But these clubs were so massive. Like there's stories. People were going on a Friday night and leave on a Sunday. Like total bacchanalia. And I feel like that's all been by and large cleaned up or like moved out to Bushwick, or like into Lower East Side. But the West Side of Manhattan, I think it lost all of that when, you know, meatpacking turned around.
Oh, there's still.
I know.
There's still
I'm
spots
dating
in meatpacking.
for sure. But like, I think that like you are the far West Side. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere where, you know, it was kind of this like.
It's just the demographics of people who live here, I think.
Yes. They built residential. You were no longer totally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And now the club scene, I think, is just completely.
I'm just talking about like bars also that stay open till 4, like, you know, that 4 a.m. life. It was so prevalent before COVID, I think.
Yes.
And that just changed. And especially when I was in the liquor business, like friends of mine that worked till that 4 a.m. shift, so wild.
Yeah.
Like you do last call at 4 a.m., then you got to get everyone out of the bar. Then you got to clean. You got to do the money. You're like, you're locking up at 6 a.m. It's
Easy.
such a wild life.
Do you need to have a 4 a.m. license?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's hard to get.
I'm sure you have to go through community boards, the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's very.
I think there's, I don't know. I'm not going to speak on this because it's definitely a community board. And then I think there's probably like only a certain allotment that comes from, you know, the New York State Liquor Authority.
Right. Right.
But
yeah, I mean, it's by us, it would make sense. There's not a lot of 4 a.m. spots. But
yeah, but there are a lot of restaurants, right? So that's why I was asking the bartender, like, what, or like a good, like, not a lot, but there are restaurants. So I was wondering, like, where the staff goes for their like after shift drinks.
Yeah.
On weekends, especially because, like, I would say most spots on the weekends around here probably close at like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
And he said Nancy Whiskey Pub, which obviously.
I always thought that was a cop bar. Well,
It's open till 4 a.m.
Right.
We were in there till 4 a.m. The last time we were in there, we were in there till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Again, a long time ago.
Never a good scene. The 4 a.m. lights turn on and you look at everyone.
Actually, yeah, I was pretty fine that night. But
yeah, I'm just talking about myself usually. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, the parents in our class are aware of this. I'm guessing a lot of them don't have the bandwidth to listen to us rant for an hour.
No.
But I will say I've got, you know, my dictatorial power grab has got some positive reviews. So more on that later. But
okay. Well, why don't you just go into it now?
No. Okay,
What's your
fine.
dictator? You want to talk about a dictator of New York?
All right. Well, let's first talk about Adios, Eric Adams.
Oh. I got, you know me, I'm in the Bridget bubble, but I think it's probably worth acknowledging.
I was watching the Giants game
today.
Watching the Giants
Or
game
yesterday or
yeah, and on the bottom ticker of who had the Giants game yesterday? It was either Fox or CBS. I'm gonna forget. I am forgetting. It said breaking news in red. I'm like, great. This is, you know, we've all been conditioned like to think breaking news is something horrific. And it said Eric Adams will not seek re-election. Obviously, his poll numbers were in the dumps. I don't know if they ever were not in the dumps. But yeah, he is bowing out of the race. I have my ideas of
Are
where.
you reporting the news now?
No, this is 24 hours later. I have my ideas of where he's going to wind up or where he's going to head to, but he's going to be a taken care of man. So Eric Adams, 4 tumultuous years as our mayor.
What did he say that one time?
That
was so ridiculous, that one interview.
What about the A train?
No. Well, first of all, he said
shorty
the
on the A train?
He was like doing some sort of like talk in Rockaway.
I felt like he was talking to me.
And he was like, yo, I had a shorty on the A train come out to Far Rockaway. I was
Ridiculous.
like, this is the mayor. What is he?
And he said, would always say New York is the insert foreign city. Athens.
No, when he did that one interview when he was like, you could like make it here, you could have your own business and you could, you know, do anything you want, like entrepreneurially, like he didn't even say it that eloquently, or, you know, you could have a terrorist attack.
Or you could have a terrorist on any given day. So this is our this was the mayor of New
what
York
you want to be saying.
who somehow got elected. I mean, he had a lot of brand recognition. Let me not take that away from him. Tough time to be mayor. Even a competent person and a forthright and not crooked, obviously taking handouts person would have had a tough job during COVID and post-COVID. I'll say that for anyone. This city is probably ungovernable. The state is probably ungovernable. The country is probably ungovernable. No one wants these jobs. I get it. You probably have to be a pretty severe narcissist. All this being said, Eric Adams, I don't think we're going to miss you. Your poll numbers were terrible. Why you thought you could run again? You should have just did what you were going to do anyway and asked for a job from the big guys that are the movers and shakers in this country, and we won't miss you, I don't think. Do you want to give us like our money back? Like, can we all get vouchers to like sit first class and go to Turkey like you did probably a dozen times? Anyway, adios, Eric Adams. But yeah, let's get to dictator for a day because he's gone, and now my power grab continues. All right, so internal polling for dictator for a day I keep saying dictator for a day. Like, no, it's dictator in perpetuity until I'm dead, like someone kills me, or like I pass it on, and it's a dynastic line.
This is all just a fantasy. So ideally you're not getting killed.
It's more of a manifesto beta test thing. So like when we do make this push, or a like-minded individual makes this push, at least we know what's going to work and what's not, what might have approval and what might be like nakedly corrupt and evil. All right. So we've already talked. Bikers are gone. Gone. The cell phone people are by and large contained. I think we have to set up, and it's already there. There are a million cameras in the city. There's probably.
I don't think I want it. Is bikers my thing?
It was, but like
No, I don't want them dead and gone. I want every rule breaking.
Law abiding. Law abiding. I'm being extremely severe. Just be law abiding.
Yeah, but I want everyone to be law abiding.
Yes, so I shouldn't jaywalk, right? So like. Down to
I jaywalk, but like there's a difference between jaywalking if there's no cars coming as opposed to like stepping out into the street and like looking the driver dead in the eye, like,
yes,
hit me, bro.
Yes. Or rocking 35 on your e-bike, passing by signs that say state law, yield to pedestrians, and you're just like, whatever. I yell at those guys all the time. I'm going to get in a fight with them before long. But back to my... Along the West Side Highway, there are all sorts of pylons that say state law, yield to pedestrians.
Yeah.
How many times do they yield for us? Finally, one guy does. Everyone else is just ripping. So anyway, this is ultimately what my dictator for life take is today. The surveillance state's got to be like something like the world's never seen. Worse than China, worse than North Korea.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
100% disagree, as Kareem would say.
Okay. Bear with me. Just like we're all getting in the facial recognition game anyway. Our iPhones, our Androids, they already recognize our face. We probably were on camera at least a dozen times on the way walking here. Between private security systems, between city lights, whole thing. Let's just we're already getting into some dystopian future so let's just lean in. People, namely drivers. So if you are, not just your license plate, when we're on the Belt Parkway and we can hear that.
I'm losing the thread here. What was the initial thing here?
Cameras everywhere, surveillance state, and we're gonna.
Oh, okay. So surveillance cameras on the bike path on the West Side Highway.
Everywhere. Inescapable.
Hell, you're insane. So, this coming from the guy who told me 20 years ago that speed limits are for government control. Now you want cameras?
Yes.
Wow.
A lot changes.
Look
20
at
years down. 20 years down the line.
Growth.
All right. How many times have we been on the Belt Parkway? I heard the Jackie Robinson's worse. I don't drive on the Jackie Robinson hardly at all, but I've heard the Jackie Robinson's worse, and I'm sure plenty of the highways in the Bronx, if they're not completely jam-packed, are even worse than the Belt Parkway.
Jam-packed.
Right. How many times have we been on the Belt Parkway, and there's usually a Nissan Altima that's going 90 miles per hour. There obviously isn't a cop in sight. A cop couldn't chase that car if he wanted to, or if they wanted to, because they would call us.
The belt is wild.
And then two people are drag racing or doing whatever they call it. It's not a drag race. They're probably doing whatever they do.
They do this for the internet, right?
Of course they do. So,
right? They're filming themselves.
But they're getting away with it. That's what I'm getting at. So my surveillance state, they're not getting away with it. They're maybe they're losing their car. Maybe much worse. Maybe they get old school They wake up in the morning, cars on cinder blocks, and the shit has been stripped clean.
I mean, I kind of agree. The Belt Parkway is out of control.
horrifying.
I don't agree with the cameras. I think we need to talk that down a little bit. I don't know what the solution is, but those
There is
cars,
no solution otherwise.
I don't know. There should be some. What is AI? AI. Get it?
You're talking about you're talking about what I'm talking about.
No, like get an AI to like see the car going fast and like shoot.
Repeat what you just said back to yourself. Get AI, a camera, to shoot the car, film it. Okay, a camera.
No,
and then
like
immediately
put the air out of its tires. Like slowly get
so
the
they can
air.
flip over like
No.
an action movie.
No, like safely.
Okay. All right, you've really
So they can't,
accelerated
like,
this technology.
Somehow like shoot a laser into the car so that it can't go that fast.
Yes. I mean, we're going to have self-driving cars, and this is all going to be, I mean, someone's going to...
No, whatever the hell that like internet racing thing that goes on with the Belt.
My life flashes before my eyes every time I'm on the belt, because that car is going in, like, and there's always someone chasing it. Sometimes there's another car chasing it. So that's my dictator bit. These guys got to get nailed. Like, what are you doing? You're putting everyone's lives in jeopardy. You crash, 10 cars, minimum.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, not okay. I think
You just said you did. You just talked it out. You said AI, filming, shooting the car and slowing it down.
Isn't the solution to everything in the world AI now?
It's solution and
AI, you know?
AI. Yes, it is. But I mean, also with the 40% unemployment, that's going to be like chasing AI. Yeah. Oh no, this is a real reckoning that's coming.
No, I don't want to go there, but I'm just
We're not going
saying.
there. It's too dark. All right, so we can get off dictate. I mean, yeah. So the surveillance system's in. That means I'm really consolidating my power.
I think there's a better way. Like I usually am able to get to a better solution to the problem than you suggest.
Okay.
So like, what's a camera going to do? Like you're going to just see they're going to take a picture of your license plate, which these cars usually black out their license plates anyway.
They do. There's a lot of that. No, somehow read the VIN. So, I mean, technology, I don't even know it works. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think there's better AI.
And like, yeah, we're not doing this like $150 ticket and points on your license at all. At all. We're doing like boots on car and like the new windshield boot, like whatever that thing is. We're doing. You need to pay up.
I don't even know about this.
The windshield boot. I don't even. It's crazy. It like I don't know how it works. It's
AI.
It's AI. It's just it looks like a metal pad when they put it over your windshield. I don't know why they do that as opposed to the wheel boot, but I've seen both now. Yeah, we're not doing points on the license. I was just talking to my old buddies in the film industry. We got Teamsters, professional drivers. Another quick rant. Professional drivers, Teamsters Union in New York City, Local 817. I really put you guys on blast. One of my buddies I used to work with said one of the Teamsters that was on his job had 16 points on his license. I'd be freaking incarcerated if I had 16 points on my license. He's a commercial driver. Another one picked up his truck in the morning and it was a stick. And he said, I don't know how to drive stick. And the union told my buddy, you should have told him it was a stick, a truck with a stick. Screw this stuff. We're not giving points in my dictatorial world. We're just like harsh punishments. Okay. We got to make examples of people, right? That's it. Enough. Points, insurance claims, all this shit. No, it's got to be harsh quickly.
Anyway, you're about to get outed on the old internet for being a bad dad.
Oh, yes. Well, hold up. No. This is like a perverse.
See, like they probably maybe these moms took a picture of you and they got your picture out on the mommy blog.
Like standoff fantasy. All right, so our son likes sticks. He just likes walking around with sticks. That's it. And I have intimated that like one day one of these moms.
He's not the only one. Apparently, like
there's a whole gang.
Thing with.
There's a whole gang.
Little boys, they like to run around with sticks.
They chill in like bushes and like have sticks on them at all times. It's like Lord of the Flies shit. I mean, us men, we're primal. I get it.
Yes,
but people
have now witnessed it.
What do we do with boys and men?
At a toddler
it's
level.
Wild. Like sticks, drumsticks. It's just inherent in a lot of ways. But I'm waiting. It's not going to happen. But I'm waiting for one of these mommy blogs you're on. It is specifically a mommy blog, right? I'm not being.
They're like collectives
to be
like groups,
and people post anonymously, and people inform on other people's nannies a lot. They'll say like, "Mom,
is this your nanny?
Is this your nanny?"
It's always like
child wearing red was swimming in the Hudson River, and the nanny was on her iPhone the entire time.
This was my child. I would want to know. Like,
if this is my child, DM me privately. Okay, so I'm waiting for the day because they're like, if this was Guess Who, right? If this was Guess Who, like, and they were saying,
No, we're not waiting for the day. An event happened in the park the other day where you felt like you were being judged for being a bad dad. And I joked with you that I'm going to receive like, an email thread from like my chats being like, is this your husband?
yes, is this your husband? Son looks like this.
Because like there were other boys that he was playing with that are not under your watch
At
that
all.
were like doing inappropriate things in terms of like whatever, just being reckless, I guess.
Rowdy crew, yes.
Rowdy, and like they were about to hurt themselves.
They were hanging on trees. Like, these kids can really hang on trees. I mean, all these kids have, if you've ever seen a child do monkey bars, children have obscene upper body strength.
And core strength.
And core strength. Like, it all goes away. It all goes away. These kids all look like they're American Ninja Warriors. And I'm sure a lot of them are into that shit too. There's like parkour classes happening by us. Anyway, back to these kids. They're hanging from the tree. And like one of them was doing a one-handed hang. I'm like, dude, I'm impressed. I'm not gonna say your name, but like this is. And a mom, it was a mom, it wasn't a nanny. She's looking at me with her kids. My son is 3. I worry about all children, but I have to really worry about my kid. He's not a calm, tame individual. Good-natured, but pretty savage.
He's the best.
And he's into bigger kids. He wants to hang out with the big kids that can do cool shit and like do knucklehead shit like they did today, like knocking on the shed in the park and like running away. And these are 7 or 8-year-old kids.
Anyway,
he's old kid hanging from a tree. A mom looks at me and she's like, this tree's gonna snap. This tree's gonna snap. And I'm like, one, I'm not sure about that. What do you know about like the northeastern elm here? I think it can withstand this. I'm not sure this tree's gonna snap. This 85-pound kid is probably not gonna snap this branch. And also, it's not my job. It's not my job to enforce on other people's kids. I'm not gonna ever reprimand another kid unless like there's a fighting situation or something bad like that. So I'm waiting for the. Do you want to take a break?
yeah, sorry. I just got a text from our babysitter.
Yeah. Sorry, Wolf.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You could have kept going.
It's really distracting.
It's fine. Shit, the window's open in Nealon's room.
I'm unable to open the window in Neil's room.
Not sure why. I found the remote. Oh, you didn't put the shade down?
Oh, wow. Wow. No. I must. No, it was dark in there. It was dark in there. That's crazy.
Maybe it got caught on something?
Maybe.
Okay.
Is it all good?
Yeah.
She found the remote.
Yeah.
Blinds closed. Okay, take 2. All right. So this older kid, really impressive strength. And I think he said his like grandfather was a gymnast in like some respects. Anyway, he was doing his thing, holding on a tree with one hand. There's 2 other kids there, including my own. My son's just enamored by this, feat of strength. A mom's looking at me, about to exit the park with her own children, and she's like, "They're gonna break the tree. They're gonna break the tree." And I might be the only adult with an eye shot. I'm also not the caretaker of these children, and I'm not stepping in. Like I tell the kids, this is probably pretty dangerous, but like that's as far as I'm gonna go. As long as you're not hitting my child and my child's not hitting yours, I'm not playing referee here, and I'm not playing morality police. That is the person's the caretaker's job, and it's not mine. Anyway, so if one of these moms wants smoke and is like, hey, there's one dad that's clearly the biological dad of this son. I DM me his mother or whoever or his husband, whatever. They don't know what I'm up to.
I'm
going to respond myself with my name and my face and be like, you can talk to me in person about
I was
this.
literally just teasing you.
I know. But
You're clearly very upset.
I'm not.
You take your responsibility as a dad very seriously, which is wonderful.
I don't think she was. I think she was concerned for the kid and the tree. And I looked at her. No, this is. I mean, on a lighter tone, I'm not that fired up. I was like, this is my child. This kid's gonna do what he's gonna do. Yeah. So if someone pops off on on a mommy blog, let me know.
Okay.
I'll DM them. I'll DM them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like a weird, like standoff fantasy I have. I'll probably cower.
I'm scared.
No, these kids are.
Oh, I did tell you that I got accepted. I got accepted
did.
to that. Oh my goodness, we just keep getting interrupted. The only person. Okay. Sorry. The only one on Do Not Disturb right now is the babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway,
All's
well.
Okay.
But just a couple of texts that were distracting. But
Yes.
everything's fine.
Yeah.
Lost the remote to the blackout shade, which is really important to have the blackout shade down.
Yes.
So there's not, even though the cracks of light, but now that the sun is setting earlier, and it's one of the benefits of the sun setting earlier and rising later when you have young children is like, you get the dark for longer and they could sleep later, ideally.
You made the cut. You accepted the invite.
Oh, yeah.
You accept the invite.
I don't know the answer to that. Yes. Yeah. No, maybe I didn't accept it. I just got my tickets.
I see. So we're going. All's well that ends well.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if I'm going.
We gotta.
I did want to do business with this guy, so we'll see. The soda wars and games are no joke. So I gotta keep hustling and collaborating with the right people. And if this is the right people, I don't know. I think maybe that was just an oversight. I'm gonna go with that was an oversight on their behalf, or whoever agency is running their party's behalf.
Or if like MailChimp, if it's
because agencies just they're just troubled entities and organisms.
Yeah.
They don't even know how to get out of their own ways in a lot of respects.
There's a lot of distressed businesses right now with the advent of AI. A lot of businesses are against the ropes and are looking at existential.
Ben Stiller's just launched a soda here in New York.
I mean, people need to drink sodas, so soda's doing great. But
so I think celebrities have now infiltrated every single consumer product good category. Really? It's called Stiller's, in case you didn't know. It was Ben Stiller's soda. I don't know what makes him a subject matter expert on soda, but I don't know what makes any celebrity a subject matter expert on these liquor or popcorn or energy drinks or hydration drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So you have to.
Do you think the Kardashians perfected this?
Well, they're the OG influencers, right? They're like
no, we saw the Martha Stewart doc. Yeah. Martha Stewart is the OG influencer. Everyone owns her.
The OG influencers of the digital age.
Of the modern iteration.
Yeah. Right?
Yes. I mean, they basically...
Reality TV. I mean, I guess Martha Stewart was... No, she wasn't reality TV. She was like curated TV.
And then, the Martha Stewart channel.
Reality TV, ride that into... social media, right?
Well, sex tape, reality TV, social media products. Yes.
Yeah, and
not that they weren't LA
socialites.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's a difference between like LA socialites, like rich enough parents to like, I think, are they all billionaire? Or like Kim and Kylie are definitely billionaires. Definitely. Is Khloe at this? I don't know. I don't
right.
pay attention to them really.
I mean, Team Kardashian.
I mean, I respect for their hustle, man.
Is Kris a billionaire, you think?
Oh yeah, I would imagine that she is.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Right.
It's just like everyone's a billionaire.
I know.
You're a billionaire. Are you sure?
Yeah,
it's just like yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
Yeah.
$1 billion, multiple billions of dollars.
And
people have it's just so.
They work though. They work hard.
I'm a capitalist.
Yeah.
I just think that this has gone really sideways.
Yeah.
But that's probably for a different day.
Yeah.
They work really hard. They're hustlers. I was telling a journalist this earlier this week because she was asking me about, what I thought about this new soda. And I was like, we were taught in business school that, I remember, and again, this was 20 years ago, but during my MBA, I took a class in entrepreneurship. And one of the lectures was like on using celebrities as like influence. Like again, this is before the internet. Really.
Spokespeople, yes.
Yeah, and like the
face of your product.
Key takeaway was like, you know, you have to be a subject matter expert, right? So like Michael Jordan can sell basketball sneakers because like people trust his ability to validate the effectiveness of basketball sneakers. He cannot sell cars. And there was research on this. It was studied by like marketers.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't have like someone who isn't an expert. Like he shouldn't. I'm just using Jordan. I don't remember.
I mean, Jordan.
Examples were he shouldn't be.
O.J. Simpson would be another good one, but yeah.
No, he just shouldn't be selling like things that he's not. It was ineffective. It was an effect. Like people were like brands were doing it. Like I don't know, make it up. BMW. I have no idea, but like insert car, they would still make these hires and have these people like representing the brand, but it was not effective at like driving sales. Whereas like putting someone's face on a good that was in their area of expertise amplified sales for that brand,
right?
Or for that good. Now it's like,
I mean,
Matt
Damon, Larry David doing crypto. I mean, a couple of years ago, and they all caught flack for that. But
it's all gonna come to it's already popping. You're still gonna have the outliers, but like, and like, no shade at all of these people, really. Like, again,
get the bag.
Well, I don't even get the bag. To the point, they have billions of dollars, like, and a million people under them, like, managing it and managing different affairs. Like, oh, sure. Why wouldn't you just say yes to a bunch of random opportunities? Like, what else are you fucking doing with your money? You should be doing better things to like help the world progress into, you know, some sort of.
Many do, many don't, but
you know, betterment.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. I'll have a soda. I'll have a wine. I'll have a tequila. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think that it's becoming so saturated that the consumer it's not a guaranteed win.
No.
And I think that people are getting tired of all the shit.
Yes.
People are getting tired of all the shit.
I think Casamigos probably like they were, you know, George Clooney and whatever Hager were quick with it and kind of initial with like being attached to a brand, but then everyone flooded in. And to your point, like now no one bats an eye.
I mean,
Blake Lively has one. Bryan Cranston has a tequila. Like at what point does this stop?
I mean, Kendall Jenner.
Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila. Yeah. Like some of these products can't be great.
Now there are all these liquor brands that are like their entire
portfolio.
No, their entire language revolves around and like, you know, the way they talk to their consumers, like we are not a celebrity tequila or we are not a celeb, like founded in 18 something or other and like never celebrity owned or whatever.
Yes.
Which I think like was also powerful probably for the first brand that did that. And now like, you know, no one has an original thought ever, whether it be in consumables or on Wall Street. No one ever had an original thought when I worked when I walked up, it was just like a small group of guys like calling each other up, telling each other recycle information. That maybe one person somewhere had an original thought about something and then just circled it around like an inner crew.
Yeah.
Which I can't even imagine what that was like before Reg FD, which is what put a lot of regulations on like trading and insider information. But anyway, I digress.
Yes. No, I just look at when you watch, I mean, the NFL is propping the whole thing up advertising wise. The whole house of cards is contingent on the NFL.
Oh my God,
every ad that's not like direct car or like car insurance or Modelo is like, here's Bradley Cooper in the Uber Eats like commercial. Here Matt Damon and I mean this is Super Bowl spots specifically, and Ben Affleck and J-Lo 3 years ago doing Dunkin' Donuts. And it's like there is
a law of diminishing returns to all of this.
Basically, but I think like if you're going to advertise and you have the eyeballs because you have a live sport, you're not by and large you can't like DVR pass it, or if you do whatever people do, but like you want to watch the NFL in real time, you want to watch college football in real time. That those ad bucks are there, and it's like. Get a celebrity.
Yeah.
We'll pay him $5 million.
Well, I just saw Piece of Cake moving. If you live in New York, you've seen this. They have an awesome hot pink trucks, which is great. I love that move because I also love that color as I drink a hot pink watermelon Rockaway soda.
Plug. Let's go.
Got it.
Yikes. That just
Score.
Wow. Effortless.
That was
Beautiful.
so smooth.
Spokeswoman.
It's like always like sipping the Onis. Smooth.
Yes.
Anyway, I now see that Piece of Cake Moving Company is the official moving company of the New York Knicks. And there's a huge Knicks logo on the side of the Piece of Cake moving truck.
Genius.
And I'm like, cool. I love the Knicks. But like,
yeah,
it kind of did make me, not that we're moving anytime soon, but I'm like, maybe.
You just advertise. You just plugged.
Maybe I'm like, okay, the Knicks like Piece of Cake moving company.
We can't use the previous moving company after that insane situation we had.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
No.
Stop trying to always bring up that story that is.
It's a horror movie. It's a horror movie
Just
script.
stop.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well,
It's annoying.
Be careful who's moving in and out of your house. These people are horrifying. Some of them are great. Most of them almost all of them are great. We just got the one dude.
Anyway, I'm not going there.
Horrifying.
Everything's branded. My point is everything's a collab. Some marketer that I follow who's really smart, was like good brand collabs when they work, they're so powerful, but now it's become such a thing that again, it's saturated. How does the deal between Piece of Cake Moving Company and the New York Knicks happen?
They're just
right?
The official mover of the New York Knicks. What does that even mean?
But and I haven't been to MSG in a while now. I was saying last week when I went to Barclays, every single thing was brand. I've never noticed that much. And I think this is because the woman who bought Barclays Center,
the Tsai family. Joe Tsai owns that. Yeah.
I forget. Anyway, she's at every game. I think she owns the Liberty and the Nets and the arena.
Crazy.
And has turned around, I forget what the numbers are, but she's really turned around the whole thing, the whole game there.
Yeah.
Pun intended. But a lot of it I'd have to imagine is all of this absurd marketing. My friend who I was at the game with said that one of the games she was at, she has season tickets or she had a package for the Liberty.
Yeah.
So she went to a lot of games. She said that one of the nights she was there, Fenty, Rihanna's lip gloss, her beauty brand, they had lip gloss flying out of parachutes,
like the Hunger Games and dropping in people's laps.
People were going fucking insane. The people in the crowd were literally Hunger Games, killing each other for a free lip gloss.
Also, Rihanna, if you're listening, we could use some new music.
No, she's doing the mom thing.
She's
awesome.
I know.
With that whole, they're
sorry, go back.
Goals. I mean, they're also billionaires.
She's a billionaire too. Savage times Fenty, or is it Fendi?
Speaking of which, on one of the mommy blogs, she was having a coffee in one of the coffee shops in Tribeca, and someone on the mommy blog was like, celebrities, they're just like us. Rihanna's in blah 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 coffee shop, having a coffee with her. I think she only had one baby at that time.
Yes. I think Rihanna just wanted to have a cup of coffee, and I understand her to be the real one.
Yeah.
The anecdotal stories about Rihanna in public are legendary. I would talk about someone I would stand for just to hang out. Yeah. She's kept it real for a long time. But back to Barclays, they're dropping gifts, Hunger Games, everyone's fighting for the rocket, the shirt cannon thing.
I know, it's crazy, people loving free shit. She also,
I love free shit, it's great.
I know, my friend Jess, who I went to the game with, was also saying that they were giving out free t-shirts and she's like, people were wearing them that night, and she's like, I'm triggered by this because the way people were about
feral.
Feral. That's the right
they
word.
take it from a kid. They take it from a child. There's a clip of some woman at a Phillies game just stealing a ball from a child, some Karen with the perfect Karen haircut. People are crazy.
Anyway, just from a advertising and marketing perspective, every square inch of everything.
It makes sense.
Again, all of these brands have a lot of money. There's this seems to come up organically
Also,
in all of my conversations.
Women's sports, huge on the rise.
Yeah, it's clearly a more affordable, sadly, but true. It's a more affordable bang for your buck, I would imagine, from an ad, from an ad buy perspective. But yeah, it's everything. There's just the marketing budgets of all of these brands because there's just been so much money printed by the government. It's gone everywhere.
Yeah.
But you always had branded things at stadiums and arenas. But
I know I missed looking at like clips from.
I don't know.
80s
Piece
and
of Cake
90s.
Moving Company, official moving partner of the New York Knicks. I don't know. Maybe the Knicks move with Piece of Cake Moving Company?
I wonder.
Jalen, if you're out there, holler and let us know.
No, if you're calling Piece of Cake Moving Company, though, you better be just moving to a bigger house in the tri-state area, not like I'm forcing a trade and I'm going to Houston.
No, I think he's
he's a
committed to
lifer.
the Knicks.
He better be a lifer.
I hope so. Obviously, we all hope so.
That's it. Like we only go as far as Jalen goes. Yeah. I gotta take a dig. You told me not to when we're doing prep work, but like, yeah.
He did prep work.
Sorry, we're having a conversation that like went nowhere, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh.
We got to go in on owners. James Dolan, I talked to you about moving MSG. All right, that's a whole way above like anyone's pay grade thing besides you and like the governor of New York and Port Authority and everything else. Anyway, that's movers and shakers stuff. John Mara. And Woody Johnson, John Mara, the owner of the Giants, and Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets. You guys share MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, which is hilarious on a meta level. Yeah, Malik Neighbors, star wide receiver of the New York Giants, young man.
The Jets are playing right
freak
now.
Show.
How horrible it
Tore his ACL yesterday. I went through a list of people that have tore their ACL since they installed the turf core, real blah, 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 blah at MetLife. We're talking about people that are, we're talking about star players top to bottom. I'd say what you want about Aaron Rodgers. He was over the hill when the Jets got him, but he was making 50 or 60 million a year, in his contract. So at what point, everyone knows this, like I looked at all the injuries, they're all the same. It's torn ACL, which nowadays is by and large is pretty recoverable. It used to be a death sentence, but torn Achilles, you are a different human being afterwards. My biggest fear in life, and I don't make any money doing anything, but get rid of this field turf immediately. Like the World Cup finals can be played in this state. This summer is going to be played at MetLife. I'm almost 100% certain. Just put in grass. I understand. It costs more money. You guys are billionaires. You didn't earn it anyway. Your dad's made all your money and you guys
just get someone to sponsor it.
Yeah, just get like grass people. Get Scott Fertilizer, right? This is an opportunity for you. But at what point is losing your 50 and 60 million a year guys or your 23-year-old like second year player who's a freak who's going to like be part of any successful team going forward? At what point are we done with this fucking field turf? It's terrible. All the pros hate it. You guys don't give a shit because it only costs you probably $2 million a year to maintain as opposed to what would be an ongoing maintenance process with real grass. But like enough's enough. Losing Aaron Rodgers 3 years ago to 4 plays into the first game of the season. At what point do you guys have to ask yourself, I'm sure you're so detached from reality being a Woody Johnson or John Mara, but like your star players and other team star players are getting hurt in your stadium. Everyone knows MetLife's a joke. Stop. Enough's enough. You're on notice as well. Anyway, I had to. I know you told me not to talk about the owners, but like I'm so done, man. I'm so done.
I didn't tell you not to talk about owners. I just feel like we talk about this. We talk about the local like arenas and venues every episode.
I know. Well, they keep it's the greatest hits over here. Like I don't know. Malik Neighbors is going to make a freaking highlight reel catch yesterday, trying to bail Jackson Dart, our new quarterback.
I also think this has probably been widely covered by
of course
sports.
Of course it does.
People.
All right. So like owners, respond to your fans, especially because you're the two worst teams in football, the Giants and the Jets, perennially, and have been for a decade. We got to get some grass in there, get some real, get people from the English Premier League, get some Brits to take care of the grass, what they do with their gardening and all that stuff.
Okay. We got it.
Yeah, just do it. 10, 20 million a year. What's that to you? Talk about printing money. These guys.
How do you know how much a field costs?
No idea. I'm throwing around 10, 20.
Yeah,
30,
you
50.
just made up a number.
These guys, their franchises are worth $6 billion a piece.
I'm sure they can afford some grass. I would.
And the Koch brothers just bought some of the Giants too. You guys are good, man. You guys have so much money. Get some grass. Or just make it fucking cement because you guys are psychotic. I don't know. Sorry. Told you I wasn't going to do it, but I have to. Pissed.
I'm just bored of talking about stadiums.
Okay, let's move on.
Good.
Let's move on. We don't have to talk about stadiums ever again.
Ever again?
No, I'll have something to say next week.
You always have something to say.
I do. But these owners really got me pissed off. It's great when you have a great owner. It's like a benevolent God.
You know what we saw I thought was cool? We saw a really old parking garage on Canal Street today.
The proper address is 6 Worcester. Yep. That one is, it's dodgy though. They used to park
It looks dodgy. It looked like vacant.
Our trucks, our commercial trucks with $500,000 in camera equipment on the street. True story. On Worcester. True story. And yeah, it looks.
Yeah, that's why they'd always get broken into.
That's what they get broken into. Because we'd park them in a bonded lot, and then they would park them on Worcester Street to make an extra $100 a night. Everyone's got to hustle.
They have a cool neon sign though. That
Tremendous.
and then it made me think about parking lots.
Yeah.
And New York City and your neurotic neuroses about.
I talked to our boy today about a hybrid charger and about a plug-in vehicle. I did.
You have let's unpack your childhood trauma about parking lots.
I think it's more of adult. It's not just, okay. I think there are people in New York, there are jobs in New York that have serious gatekeeping abilities. Freight elevators, which you really never dealt with, and I had to all the time because of moving stuff in and out of offices that like was way too big to bring into the regular passenger elevator. Freight elevator operators and garage guys are maybe the most powerful people in New York outside of like the mayor and the cops. And
all of the rich people that run the
no, they're at, you want your Bentley?
Yeah, you just pay the guy to have it on the, they have it on the ground floor of they have it ready, covered on the.
But they've extorted you. You have given them a VIG. You've given them a VIG, so your Ferrari can be underneath. It's like Ferrari wrapping. So they've hit you up. They're like, yeah, I'll take care of your car and it'll be right here always. But like, I'm gonna need $500 cash. So they're gatekeepers and extortionists.
And Harry and I's marriage, we don't
have
have
these guys who we had to bribe off, tip off in production, like constantly. Freight elevator guys like, I ain't staying here past 6 p.m.
You're just going on a rant. I didn't even set this up.
Okay.
I didn't even explain where I was going.
I'm preempting your question. I'm giving you a preemptive answer.
You're not. You're just flying off the handle.
Because I'm triggered. I'm deeply triggered.
How do you think I feel?
And I'll like sit like a psychiatry patient.
Yeah, I think you need it because like literally top 3 bickering arguments you and I have are about the freaking parking lot.
What?
Like
18 years of a relationship.
Like especially on the weekends in the summer, we go to Rockaway. We got the kids. The kids schlep is a whole nightmare in of itself.
We used to like be put in the back like a beer can.
The diapers, the this, the that. Even when you have 2 of things, like we're just going to my mom's and like everything's already there. It's still
50-mile drive as the crow flies.
But anyway, that's not where I was going with that. Where I was going was like literally 24 hours in advance, Harry starts nagging me, what time do we need the car? 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 Because he wants to give the garage 13 hours. Now,
I would give them 13 days heads up if I knew.
You guys can all like figure out what ridiculous price it costs to park a car in New York City in Manhattan. Like, so we pay a rent basically for our parking spot. Like
we drive a Jeep Cherokee, nothing special. Oversized vehicle.
Yeah, obviously we don't have a Lambo.
No, we don't.
Sadly, maybe one day. Not in the city though.
No.
I don't know where we'd put it.
Yeah.
But
can't drive
anyway,
shit in New York.
That's like the sports car I like the best. Anyway, what I'm saying is like you need 13 hours on the dot to like let the guys know in the garage.
36 hours.
The guys in our garage are so nice.
Yes.
They like know our whole family. It's not a busy garage at all.
Sure.
At all. And you have a neuroses about it.
I'm carrying all the baggage of all the garage situations I've ever had in my life.
This podcast can kind of be like therapeutic, so I just want you to
Certainly is. Unpack it all. I mean, I'm not going to start itemizing the garage meltdowns I've had, but let's be honest. I probably retrieve the car 80 to 90% of the time, right? I don't need any more friction in my life. I don't need to get my balls busted when I am dealing with constant.
Has any of the guys in our garage ever busted your balls?
Yeah, because we're showing up late.
That's not true.
During rush hour, you can't mess with the process. Our garage is tiny. It's an uphill drive. They're driving like into human beings when they get up there. It's a high wire act. I don't want to make their lives harder. I also don't want to deal with any interactions that I don't need to. That are like, wow, why'd you hold us up? Blah blah blah. We had to take your car and like drive it into New Jersey and then drive it back because we had to move 3 cars. I'm not trying to deal with that anymore in my life. These are easy questions to answer. And yes, I've dealt with so many garage situations.
You do understand you are the customer though, right?
I do. But like,
and we're all so nice. They know our kids. Like, we're good. We tip them a nice Christmas tip. Like,
yeah,
we're good.
I know. I just don't want to.
Just like free yourself of these chains of parking lot insanity.
I cannot be the only person that has this neuroses.
Mm,
Come on.
only one I know.
Do I need to talk about how we had 4 garages in 1 year? I'm not even going to itemize it, how fucking insane that was. Of
was-
course, I have PTSD about
We had a
this.
garage on, like, in our last apartment. They sold it. It's a beautiful building.
Sold
I
the
can't wait.
building, we got kicked out. Sorry.
I can't wait to see what the lofts look like in the building. Because they're gonna look sick because it's a sick building and it was a garage like on Northmore
Definitely,
between like Greenwich and Hudson or something.
Bring the hazmat team in. It was a garage. They got to clean that up. Or not.
Anyway, and then because
Anyways.
that garage closed, that like whatever that group that owned the garage like pushed us around to like 15. This was before kids. That wouldn't have been a sustain. Oh no, was Nealon born? I can't remember.
Yes. Moved us. Yes, he was. Moved us to another garage, which was much bigger, closer to Goldman Sachs. So now you're like really getting into it. Like back in New York, Goldman Sachs, all these banks are right around there. And this garage could not get their shit together. It was such a disaster. And that guy was bitter as shit too. What do you mean? Of course. That guy was.
Well, because he was getting all these extra cars forced on him.
And then we got kicked out for no reason. It wasn't like.
This is also like
It wasn't
COVID
disciplinary.
pandemic-y times where
say
everyone was driving,
Driving.
free commuter tax or whatever.
Yes. That guy was a real prick. So talk about more stress on my life, more friction in my life I don't need. And then, of course, that garage collapsed somewhere in New York, and then the city's like, oh shit, we got to inspect all of them now. They probably had it in 50 years. And the garage we went to in Chinatown on Elizabeth Street, exactly. Now you're wondering. I'm unpacking it all for our 8 listeners.
The only trauma
The garage on Elizabeth Street then closed down because the Department of Buildings came in and was like, yo, you guys are about to collapse. Like this is about to collapse on you. 3 garage, 4. Then we had to go to our 4th garage in 4 years. In 1 year, in a calendar year, we were in 4 garages. I've given you my demons, and now they're in yours. Now they're in your system.
I'm just smiling. I feel
This was horrendous.
Stay tuned to see if this has helped resolve any of the
There was
conflict.
also like the 6 months I was just looking for parking in Battery Park City, which might as well be the Hunger Games. Like most intense parking situation I've ever dealt with by far in terms of lack of availability. Obviously, because everyone doesn't want to
You
deal.
gotta do the shuffle. You gotta
find
do
a
the
spot.
street sweeper shuffle.
I was parking in like South Ferry
I
practically.
did that like every day when we lived in the West Village.
West Village, fine. Tribeca, fine. But you had signs. You had the churn.
Yeah.
I have a lot of parking PTSD for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I got it out now.
you forgot the most traumatic thing that happened recently.
Oh, what, the double battery death? And I had to call them.
Harry put a ridiculous cell phone charger, like literally like surge protector in the cigarette lighter.
It's like one of those like big vapes. That thing is fucking.
Well, it drained our entire. It killed our car inside.
We
He left
hadn't
it.
started the car in like 9 or 10 days.
He left it in the car, in the cigarette lighter, in the
It was
garage.
2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Our daughter was like 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old, like very young, and the car was stuck in the garage, and the garage is underground.
On
We
a
couldn't-
45-degree angle.
We couldn't find there was no way to tow it out. The garage guys like said this never happened before. We couldn't figure out what was wrong with the car. We tried to jump in.
AAA fucked you good. They really.
Anyway, that was my trauma. I was like I just had a baby. We couldn't get the car out of the garage. No tow trucks were gonna come. I was like, okay, we're just
picking
gonna
up
leave
our
the
son from school.
gonna leave the car in the
Madness.
garage for the rest of, and like just get a new car and like be like, sorry guys in the garage.
Yeah.
Like here's a
Brooklyn
car.
Jeep, you're not getting this car.
Like this,
and it's gone.
gonna stay here now.
Yeah, it's gonna go up, stay on the top rack of the garage.
Finally, some mobile mechanic.
Kranick Mobile. Kranick. Crannik.
Yeah, that guy's really
Yeah.
nice.
He like told me to buy 2 batteries. I only bought 1. Like I did not follow directions at all because I know nothing about cars. I was like, wait, this car has 2 batteries? What are we talking about? And he went to AutoZone, got us a new battery, like did a job midway through the day, came back, handled it. And I thought he was gonna
felt
charge.
bad for me because I was like there wearing a baby, like
Yeah.
it was the winter.
If that guy asked us for $3,000, I would have been like, yeah, that's pretty much what you deserved. And it was not that much, but yeah, come on. Of course, this is jarring stuff. Don't own a car, people. If you live in New York and you don't have kids, like don't do a car unless
Right.
you really need to get out. Get a
Well,
car.
Now that that's been
Now
settled,
I need a drink. This is
it's time to go get a drink.
yeah. Smoke a cig right now. I'm just churning up all this stuff I thought I had like repressed forever.
Okay, let's see where we land. I'm kind of feeling like maybe Odeon Classic. Still haven't finished the Keith McMalley book, but chugging along.
Yep. It's Monday night. Should be manageable. Should be. It's a beautiful Monday night.
Cool.
That's it. New turf in MetLife. I don't know.
All right, you did the MetLife thing.
I know.
We're going. We're done.
Checking
I
back.
have to keep. When we say bye, we say bye.
We do. But surveillance state.
Bye.
Coming to New York.
Peace.
New York.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.